right, Iron Bowl, Auburn and Alabama. We've got Alabama 11.5-point home favorites, 52 the total here in this game. What can you say about Auburn? Great win, hell of a performance, beating Texas A&M at home. And certainly the first thought is, if you're beating Texas A&M at home, and we just saw what Alabama did last week, don't you have to be on Auburn here? And we know Auburn sometimes can give Alabama problems in this rivalry. That being said, a lot of the problems have been in Auburn, not necessarily in Alabama, because if you actually look at the games in Alabama, Alabama's destroyed Auburn multiple times. But this is a different Alabama team, clearly. Obviously, it's not Nick Saban anymore. It's Kalen DeBoer. We know it's Jalen Milroe that's had the great game against LSU, had the great game as well against Missouri. But my gosh, I was mortified what we saw from them against Oklahoma last week. Couldn't believe how bad it was for him. 3 interceptions. The run game, the quarterback run game was completely shut down by Oklahoma's defense in that game. The question is, can Auburn's defense replicate that and keep Jalen Milroe from going off running the football? Their run defense has actually been good, 20th, only giving up 110 rushing yards per game, Auburn. So, I mean, and we didn't see Alabama necessarily. The last time they had this crushing loss, CMAC, or one of the other, they had the Vanderbilt loss, and then they came home and played South Carolina, and they escaped with a 2-point win. Didn't even come close to covering. Now, they did have the Tennessee loss, and they beat up on Missouri the next game. But then that was the game Brady Cook got injured, and Drew Pine had to take over, and he was horrible.
That was one of the worst.
That's what allowed Alabama to probably pull away and blow them out. Until then, it was a close game when Brady Cook was in there. So I'd probably have to lean Auburn here just by default. Because you assume Alabama off a loss and a rivalry game beat the hell out of Auburn. First of all, Auburn's playing better. They're running the ball. Thorne's been a little bit better. Their defense is capable. And Alabama, when they played Vandy, their first loss, they didn't bounce. Well, they did, but they won by 2. They escaped South Carolina at home. And then the Missouri game off the loss to Tennessee, but that game was close. And then Brady Cook got injured. Drew Pine, who's terrible, took over. And then that's only then is when the game got away from Missouri, and Alabama romped in that game. It was close when Cook was in the game. So I probably have to lean Auburn plus 11.5. It's difficult after what I saw last week to lay 11.5. I know it's recency bias, but it's true. Not good from the Alabama offense in particular. What do you think here, CMAC Iron Bowl?
Yeah, Iron Bowl. See, one thing with Alabama, with Saban off a loss, was they were golden. Just different times now. What is that going to be consistently with the board going forward? We will find out. I think they do play better. This has just been classic. Whether Auburn's been good the last 10 years or some down years, they've gotten blown out, or these games are tight as fuck. They're super close. They've even won or they barely lose. And I think they can cover this number. I hate taking Peyton Thorne. For one spot, he beats up on bad teams. These teams like Mercer, whoever they come in, they play, or as a dog. You just can't take him laying points ever, I don't think. And I still worry about him with the mistake. But why I think Auburn is in this, they're the defense, the numbers here. I mean, Bama's got a solid defense too. When you look at everything, Auburn's offense can run it. I think they're in this. Unless we get an Alabama team that's so pissed off and comes out blazing here. I could see that too, but my leans as well. I mean, how do you not get up here? All right, well, Auburn, Bama. Yeah, Auburn for me or nothing.
All right, Auburn lean for CMAC in this one. All right.